Day 10 of 100 days of surrender. I'm noticing a trend. I wake up effing clear. I wake up focused, determined. I wake up, yep. And then 1 o'clock hits. I'm recording this at 1:30 in the afternoon on Friday, the whatever day, the 6th of January. Around 1 o'clock, all of a sudden, nope, we go right into, uh, we go into, do I need a nap, a meditation, a blanket, a pillow, a tissue, a journal? Um, what am I doing? I go into indecisiveness every single day. So this is fascinating. So I'm really processing that. I suspect, based on a lot of the research that I've done over the last little while, um, that it might actually have something to do with my cortisol levels and frickin' wine. So last night was my last night with wine. I'm breaking up with wine. Because I have a glass or two every single night, and like 99% of the nights anyway, pretty much every night. So I'm going to detox that out of my system for the next week and see if this surge is cortisol kicking in, that stress hormone, or like, who knows? Let's find out. So next week I'll have more clarity, I hope, on that. I'm going on a real discovery process of like, what's serving me, what's serving my body, what's serving my mind right now. So it is up and down, gang. Like this no distraction thing, it's hard as F at night. Made a commitment to myself, no cell phone, no TV between, and I never watch TV anyway, so that's not hard, between 8 and 10 p.m. Well, that is not easy. I'm good until about 9:30. And then I'm like, oh, I just want to check my email. And I caved and did that last night and started messaging some friends. So I was also staying up really late. I had a, a loved one coming home from the airport last night and didn't arrive till like 1 o'clock in the morning. So I was trying to stay up to see that person, a soul family. Anyway, so I was up later and finished the red wine. Yeah, it was great. Kind of disappointed in myself over that, but anyway. But I had this interesting moment. So I get these fire moments and then I get these crashes. And one of the moments I had last night, because when I get fire, like, oh, I'm a dragon, like, look out, I'll burn you down. So that's also interesting, trying to regulate that. But I took some time last night. So it was around like 7. And I love, oh my God, gang, you have no idea how much it fulfills me to put on Spotify with my speaker and let music that you might like, that whole, like, you might be interested in list play and to discover new vibration, new lyric, new movement. And I'm asking myself, am I escaping through music? Like, is that a distraction too? So I'm kind of processing that, but it actually just makes me feel so alive. And I never project that music towards situations in my life, which some of us do. So that's a question to ask yourself. Am I taking music and projecting it into a story or a perception in my world and being like a or a or a like, am I attaching it to a story? So I'm really clear that I'm not attaching music to a story. I'm just enjoying it. And so at 7 o'clock, I decided I was going to cook myself like this beautiful gourmet meal, man. So I did. And I enjoyed the whole process of from cutting the vegetables to preparing it to cooking it to setting my table, as I always do on Sundays. Set my table, lit some candles, turn the music down just enough, and enjoyed this really beautiful meal and ate with mindfulness. And during that process, a couple of things happened. One, I love my damn self, man. It was this moment of like, whoa, babe, call myself baby girl. Like, oh, baby girl, like, you've come a long way. I never used to love myself. I had a conversation earlier in the day about relationships and how and with an ex actually, who's like a really good friend from like 25 years ago. And I was like, I would have done anything to be kept. I would just morph myself in every single relationship just to not, to be kept or to keep it safe or whatever, right? Well, I'm far, far removed from that now. The opposite of what I did. So I went through that piece of like, oh, I'll do anything to match this because I don't know who the fuck I am. And then into, I know who the fuck I am. Why are you not matching me? Feisty, kind of like a total bitch. Into like, you need to step up, blah, blah. And not in a projection level, but in a counselor level, like gross. And then I shifted out of that into, I love my damn self. So show me your colors, like show me what you're made of, and I get to choose and you get to choose. And then last night I was like, okay, I'm sitting there. I've made myself this meal. I'm enjoying music. Frankie's happy. He's playing because he's going through a depression thing right now. Super sensitive. He's extra, just like his mommy. So the dog's playing, and I'm sitting there having this really delicious meal and realizing like how far I've come with my self-love. So I'm going to start to incorporate that journey into these videos to like some of the things that I work with like mentor my clients through and how I did it, how I truly fell in love with myself on all levels, physically, emotionally, mentally, spiritually, everything. Um, and not in an arrogance way, just I really do love myself. I value myself. And I want that for the world, man. It's a good place to be. So anyway, I digress. Sitting there eating dinner, I was like, I've been getting asked a lot, like, why are you single? And the answer has always been invasive. I've just been like, no, no, just a choice right now. And then I realized, no, I'm single because I have yet to find someone that can love me the way I love myself. I'm single because I've yet to meet a partner that loves themselves the way I love myself. Pretty powerful. That's a high bar, right? Is that realistic? Probably not. Like, I don't think that a lot of humanity has the ability to truly, truly unconditionally love themselves. I feel like it's a lot of work to get to that level. And I don't think a lot of people have done that level of work. So does that leave me alone forever? What does that look like? And so it's put a lot of questions into my head. When it first came through last night, it was fire. It's up on my wall. Love me the way I love myself or don't. Well, it's a bit harsh, isn't it? Because love is different across the board. Every love I've had has been different. And every love for myself has been different. So, love, I don't think is something that you can define. I don't think it fits in any box whatsoever at all. I think love is always different based on how you're choosing to experience it in that moment. So, that's kind of playing around in my head today, which has brought me into this. Plus, it's Friday, which means Friday night alone with no distractions on a Friday night. And I am a social fucking creature. And there's no wine. Talk about what am I doing? Why am I doing this? Like what? So I'm back and forth between I want to be in this power and this fire. I've got 90 days left and I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna stick to this. I'm gonna do it. But I'm contemplating a lot. I'm really processing a lot, which is traditional when we make change. The first 10 days are fine, then it gets hard. So buckle up. Buckle up, baby girl. Stay strong. And it's not about force. It's not about being masculine or the dark divine feminine. No, stay in surrender. Surrender into the discomfort. Get really comfortable being uncomfortable. So today I'm very uncomfortable, which is funny because I woke up and I was like, I'm so good. And then one conversation, this is something else, by the way. One conversation that I had this morning with my soul sister, one of my soul sisters, was, am I making the right choice? And explaining how I love myself. And she knows how much I love myself. She's watched my journey. But I'm like, do you think it's attainable that a partner could love me like this? And she smiled and she was like, not a fucking chance. Not a fucking chance. She's like, there's Humans aren't there yet. And I was like, oh, so now what does that look like? Ugh, gross. All right, there's my vulnerability for you. I'm a hot mess. I'm probably gonna go cry right now. I've journaled. I'm gonna go have a little cry and see what comes out. I'll keep you posted. Happy Friday, happy full moon. Maybe it's just the full moon. Like fuck. Okay, bye.